all the disrespect before you play back. Button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day, a beautiful Sunday of buttons that need to be checked. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. As always, chapters down below. We got two hot ones today. We got Daigo getting honest about Street Fighter 6, breaking it down in a way. This one just posted like a couple of days ago, so we're about to unpack that. And then we also got Harada speaking out from the shadows. We was just talking about this, man. Now he's getting honest as well about his retirement. So we're about to cover all this once again. Chapter, sub button right there, on the race to like 80 million. I don't know, something. We own the race. We constantly race and we NASCAR in this bitch. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get buttons. Let's go. All right, first up for Daigo the Beast getting honest about Street Fighter 6, talking about he was naive to believe that Capcom would balance the game. Buttons that need to be checked. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. This was posted just a couple of days ago. The crazy thing is I saw it when it was like originally posted. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get to this eventually. I completely forgot about it until now, but let's break it down. So the full video is like what, I don't know, 14 minutes long. We're just gonna check out a couple minutes. Link down below. Let's go.
難しいよな。今に始まったことじゃねえけど。結構だからみんな、あれよね。エド使い始めてる。
So he said it's tough because we don't know when the next balance patch is coming. That's nothing new. But he said that's why everybody's playing Ed. He's like, because we don't know for sure if a patch is actually coming.
もう来ないかもしんないねみたいな。っていうかまあ、俺にはもう当てつけにしか見えないけど。
Just looks spiteful to me, though everybody is playing Ed.
それをね、本当に何度も感じた一年だって。変わんねえんだもん。調整入んねえんだもん。
Right here it said, nothing's changing. They're not rebalancing things. It's almost shocking.
マジでなんか、こう、いや、さすがにここは調整されるっしょみたいな。
I realized how naive of me it was to assume they would rebalance certain things that seemed out of whack.
なんかそういう甘い考えを持ってやってたことをすごい反省した。あ、お布施ありがとうございます。ピカボーさん、ありがとうございます。 求人見て、これすぐに調整これそうだね。そうだ。
Check this out. Then he said, when I saw they were hiring a combat designer, I knew we wouldn't be getting a patch anytime soon, which is interesting because I know when we reported the story, some people were like, yo, it's just a job posting. Why are we overreacting? All they did was post a job posting. Like there's nothing wrong with that, which obviously there's not. But the community took it as like, oh, this is a bad sign. I mean, it could be a good thing because they're just asking for extra help, but also like, our theories of they don't have enough manpower and they're short staffed seem to be real because now they're asking or posting it even here in the FGC, like where we all know, where they know we're all going to react. Even Daigo now saying, once I saw this, I knew we weren't getting a patch anytime soon. So it looks like even Daigo was looking at it some type of way.
まあそういうことなんだろう。何なんだろうね。そう人足りなそうだよね。
Once again, even he's just said, it seems like they don't have enough people. It's like there's a lot of hype in the scene right now, but I guess that doesn't necessarily mean people want to work there.
まあ確かにそれで働くかっていうとまた別問題だよね。スト6盛り上がってる。うおー、カプコンで働くぞとはならん。
He's like, awesome, I'm gonna work at Capcom. That's not how the psychology works. So basically he's like, it's not like people are saying, man, this game is great. Awesome, I'm gonna work at Capcom. It's like, nah, it doesn't really translate that way.
まあ、その心理として、やるぞになるけど、調整するぞとかにはならんもん。
He said, you might think I'm gonna play the game, but I'm not gonna rebalance the game. He's like, I'm scared of having a new person come in and change the combat balance. I know what you mean. I guess he's kind of talking to the chat as well.
入った人がバトルバランス調整するのは確かに。モンハンの大ごけが他の部分、そうなの？モンハンって。
He said, I bet Monster Hunter's giant flop has impacted other departments. Whoa, really? MS flopped? So I guess he's once again responding to the chat.
解けてない。そうなの。全然俺やってないからわかんない。1000万売れた。
So he's asking like, really, did MH flop? He's like, I don't really play it like that. They said it's still in the red even though it sold 10 million. How y'all feel about that? Because others were showing like, man, it's like, what was it? It was Resident Evil and Monster Hunter. Like, I don't know if they're necessarily considered successes like in their realm, but compared to Street Fighter 6, they're outselling the shit out of it. That's why people are like, all their manpower is probably going to that, especially since they're using the same engine. So anybody that knows how to use the RE engine, that Street Fighter 6 is built around is probably like all that manpower is in those games since it's doing the most numbers. So there it is. How you feeling about that? It's very interesting to see because I know a lot of times we as Americans, or even just if you just want to say Twitter or X, have the the stereotype of overreacting, complaining, which is true. Let's be real. But it's very interesting to see, like when you tap into Japanese social media or some of the pro players, even Daigo in this situation, that they're also having the same thoughts. They're also having the same concerns and be like, ooh, shit, when I saw this, I knew we were getting a patch, or I was naive to believe that they would kind of balance things. It doesn't seem like they have enough manpower. Like, what's really cracking? So it's very interesting to say the beast, the legend, is having some of the exact same thoughts that we are having on this side of the fence as well. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for them, Harada. King Harada, Mr. Don't Ask Me for Shit. Speaking from the shadows, buttons that need to be checked. This is interesting because we were just talking about him, I think yesterday, because the whole damn Tekken scene competitively seems to be falling apart right now with all the damn cheaters and people getting pissed off. That video was posted yesterday if you guys are interested in that. I was talking about how, or some people were mentioning like, man, first we lost Harada and now this. We wonder if this is the reason why Harada left. Then I even like kind of went on a little tangent about that. And then recently, I think just yesterday, I saw Harada post this. So Tekken Gamer posted this saying, just had the saddest thought with tagging Harada, retired. Will Tekken announcements have the same hype? Those reveals are gonna have to be SS tier with Harada gone. I can't imagine no Harada on stage. Then he posts this right here. Now up top, Harada actually responds to that. He says, it'll be okay. People are built to move forward by forgetting. Do you remember exactly what you were doing this day a few years ago? Most people don't, but life kept going the whole time, and the hype, the surprise, all of it gets carried on to the next person. That's just how it works. Then you got the FGC responding, basically saying nobody will forget you. Amen, Harada. Moving on, never forgetting. We love you. A bunch of accolades, a bunch of praise, right? Which is to be expected. Now, I agree with what he's saying, and it seems like he's trying to come from a healthy perspective of like, it'll be okay. Somebody else is gonna come along. But you know, I guess the example I always think of, and this is gonna sound weird, but just stay with me. Saturday Night Live. I used to be such a huge fan of Saturday Night Live, and anytime the new cast would change, people would complain. They would think the show was about to be canceled. They'd be like, oh man, Eddie Murphy left, or then the next cast, or whoever it was, all the way till Will Ferrell left, and like the cast would be like gold, solidified, funny as hell, and they would one by one, or either a group at a time, just move on. Then you would get these newbies, and the show would seem stale as hell, just lackluster. Like, what is this? Saturday Night Live is dead. Like, this is gonna suck. Then, lo and behold, over some months or even a year, the new cast would finally settle in, and then a new star or stars would kind of step forward, and people would start loving SNL all over again. That just kind of seemed to be the rotation. Sometimes it took longer, but the problem is during that transition, for one, it wasn't always guaranteed, and for two, you lost a lot of audience during that time. I know I left a whole bunch of time. The only reason I watch SNL now is clips, random clips that people will post on social media, and I'll just kind of check it out for a second. I'll be like, that's hilarious as hell, and that'll get me back to their account so I could watch like, what the hell are they doing nowadays? But anyway, long story longer, it reminds me of this. Like Harada saying, life goes on, somebody else will step up. And yes, that's probably true. But for us, being really impatient and missing Harada and looking at the Tekken scene right now, we're like, okay, but how long is that going to take? Is it going to be months? Is it going to be years? Because we don't know how much time we have. But I noticed Harada taking it a step further. So King Ray Sr. posted this saying, don't forget to get another photo with Harada at the finals. Then he posts this, I guess this memory right here. Harada responds to that, saying, people often tell me all kinds of events, or people often tell me at all kinds of events, your game has a huge impact on me when I was a kid. But to be honest, it's hard to let that really sink in. I don't always feel what that actually means. Still, when I look at this photo, sometimes it suddenly becomes real. And it also makes me realize that I'm getting older at a much faster pace than I think. And of course, from there, you have a lot of FGC reactions. King J, sometimes you just got to enjoy life. Don't worry about the pace of it. My parents went on their honeymoon to Disney World in the 90s, and that's where my dad first played Tekken 2. So you got all these beautiful testimonies, people thinking Harada, more memories like that, much more of what you would expect. But even with that, it just seems like Harada's like in a very introspective state. Obviously, he's retired. I don't know if he's planning to ever come back to video games. Wouldn't it be awesome if he just popped up like, new dev, it's fucking Street Fighter 7, Harada, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had him over here on Capcom. Anyway, that probably never gonna happen. I'm just saying, he's in this weird state right now, I guess in a state that we all get as we get older. We're looking at retirement, we're looking on our life's work, and like, he's like, I realize, I'm looking at these pictures and I'm getting older. I'm getting older faster nowadays, and I don't really realize what people say until I look at these memories like, yo, this is real work. Like, I'm actually putting faces and memories to all these comments that I read. Real talk, and I'll end it with this. I had the same feelings, and no, I'm not on Harada's level or anything like that, but I'm saying, like, a lot of times I read y'all comments and I'm like responding back to them, appreciating them, but it's not, well, I should say sometimes it's when I go to the live events and I see you face to face, or y'all send me like video clips or photos or something, or we talking in the DMs where I'm really like, holy crap, like this person has been genuinely positively affected by something I said or did or button check or something on the second channel, something, right? And they're like, yo, thank you for helping me. And then it's not until like stuff like that where you're like, oh, you know, because you look at YouTube, you look at social media and it's all numbers and likes and retweets, and I get all that. But a lot of times that shit gets blurred. It really does, because everybody says it, everybody does it, and it's numbers at the end of the day. But once you get to meet these people, once you get to talk to them like straight up one-on-one, whether it's the DMs or face-to-face or even pictures like this, you realize like, this is real. These are associated with real people and I'm causing real change. Like, this is such a beautiful thing. So I can only imagine that level of just reminiscing and appreciation and just contemplating life in general, right, that Harada's on right now. Either way, that's what's happening. I'm just glad that Harada is still commenting and talking to us. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is one more time, Butt Check fam. Definitely let me know how you were feeling. It is Sunday. Hope y'all are having a good one, man. We will definitely see you tomorrow around 7 p.m. That's my goal, around 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Appreciate the massive love, and as always, I don't know what it is. Enjoy your Sunday. It's about to get better. Love y'all, fam. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe!
全く知らない人と世間話をするっていう機会があんまなくて。で、それをつい最近したんですよ。全く知らない。顔も知らない。何やってるんですかみたいな。ちょっと、この状況はマジで、どんな状況だよと思われるかもしれないみたいな。いや、そういうのもやったりは、するんですけどっていう、大底いて、なんかそっちギリぐらいっすよ、みたいな感じの話をして、みたいな。エロっすね、すごい時代っすね、みたいな話をしたんですけど、なんか、それがね、すっげえ、楽しくて。
Basically, this whole story was Daigo was like, it's very rare that I get to have a conversation with somebody that doesn't already know me. He was like, just with somebody that I'm meeting for the first time. I don't know their face. They don't know my face, not a celebrity or anything. And then we were just talking about, he was like, what do you do for work? And he was like, I stream. And the guy was like Apex or something. And Daigo was like, yeah, something like that. Daigo even said, I kind of lied because I was like, whatever, he's not going to understand. Then he started to ask Daigo, well, how much money do you make and how many subs do you have? All this stuff. But I'm just thinking like, isn't it a great reality? Just an amazing reality that Daigo lives in, that he could say, it's very rarely that I get to talk to somebody that doesn't know me. He goes on to say at the end, like, it's fun. That kind of thing is fun. He was like, just having small talk with no perceived notion about each other is so enjoyable. This man is so damn famous that talking to somebody that he's never met before and doesn't know him is like, this thing is fun. Is this what it's like for you guys? God, this is quite enjoyable. What a reality. What it must be like. Is that what it's like to be on the opposite end of Moment 37? Because Justin is just constantly getting trolled. Like, trolled to death. Matter of fact, I seen another one. I'll post it on the screen right now. Bam, this one was just posted like today. This is Justin's reality. Daigo's reality is like, is this what it's like to talk to people that don't know you? Oh, what a wonder. This is a new sensation for me. It's quite enjoyable. You missed out, Justin. You missed out. You could have had this, but now you're the meme king. But you're still a part of history, Jay. You're still a part of history. What a reality.